Roach didn't back down.
At all. At all. And did you see the size difference in the ring? Obviously Roach being, you know, being the bigger man, but
Roach came up. Roach normally fights at 130. He came up to 135.
Hopefully, after I win, I can defend both. I want to unify, or, you know, if we do a rematch, you know, then we could do that.
Everybody's trying to protect that O. Ain't nobody want to take no chances. Because they feel now if I take a chance, I lose. Ocho, my career. Bro, stop.
ESPN analysts criticized Gervonta Tank Davis for turning down a rematch with Lamont Roach. And let's just say it's not a good look. Fans were eager to see Davis step back into the ring and prove he's the real deal. But now, people are starting to question whether he's avoiding a legitimate challenge. Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharp didn't hold back, openly calling him out for not acting like a true champion. With the boxing world buzzing and fans demanding answers, Davis is feeling the heat. Has he just dodged a fight that could have defined his...
The fact that I do watch him fight, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really like boxing.
Are you open to immediate rematch?
In my contract, immediate rematch was signed. I signed for the immediate rematch when I signed for the first fight.
Right.
Just in case he lost or just in case it was a draw.
So when you got a rematch clause, how long we taking?
It's up to the A side and when they want to fight. So I'm thinking it's going to be soon. I'm hoping it's going to be soon. Let's say that.
What is soon to you? When you say soon to me, I'm thinking a month.
I'm thinking July.
I'm thinking July for sure.
The fight between Davis and Roach was highly anticipated, with fans expecting Davis to showcase his dominance. However, the bout played out differently. Roach exceeded expectations, pushing Davis throughout the match. The turning point came in the 9th round when Davis unexpectedly took a knee. He later claimed it was due to hair grease getting into his eyes and impairing his vision, a controversial explanation that drew skepticism. The referee did not rule it as a knockdown, a decision that has sparked widespread debate. ESPN analysts were vocal in their criticism of both Davis's performance and the 9th round incident. They questioned the legitimacy of his excuse and raised concerns about his focus and preparation. Stephen A. Smith commented, "In boxing, distractions can be costly. Champions must be fully prepared, both mentally and physically." Max Kellerman added, "This incident raises serious questions about Davis's..."
Try to stand down and give mad respect to Lamont Roach. Brother fought one hell of a fight. This was a damn close fight. Gervonta taking a knee should have been a knockdown. Either way, Roach has skills, fought his ass off, deserves nothing but respect. He earned the boxing world's attention tonight. He has mine. Thought he'd be too small.
Analyst Stephen A. Smith raised concerns about Lamont Roach's size disadvantage against Gervonta Davis. "I think Roach is too small. That's my issue," Smith said. "I'm not questioning his skill set or anything like that." His view was echoed by other boxing experts, including former interim WBC lightweight champion Ryan Garcia, who remarked, "I don't think Roach has the firepower to hold off Tank. He's got great skills, but honestly, he has no real..."
3 fights taking place Saturday night at the Barclays Center in New York City between Gervonta Tank Davis and Lamont Roach. Gary Russell versus Jose Valenzuela, and Sandor Martin versus Alberto Puello. Gervonta Davis uses knocks somebody out inside of 85 punches because he's clearly capable of that. But I just see this as being a kind of fight where he's going to have to run him down. He's going to have to walk him down, rather, and he's going to have to throw some punches before he ultimately catches him. And that's how I view it. So I'm going to go with more on this particular one.
Lamont Roach Jr. has expressed a strong desire for a rematch with Gervonta Tank Davis following their controversial majority draw on March 1st at Brooklyn's Barclays Center. The fight ended with one judge scoring at 115-113 in favor of Davis, while the other two scored it even at 114-114. A pivotal moment came in the 9th round when Davis took a knee, citing eye irritation. However, referee Steve Willis did not rule it a knockdown, a decision Roach believes influenced the final outcome. "I thought I pulled it out. I definitely thought I won," Roach said. "But we can run it back." Davis has also shown interest in a rematch, aiming to make it happen by the end of May. Both fighters appear eager to settle the score and deliver a definitive end to their...
A division lower moves up and gives Tank Davis his toughest fight. I thought beating him on the inside, making him miss, putting offense behind defense after making him miss, being more active. Obviously, Tank's going to have the edge in power. Tank is going to have the edge in power strikes. I think ultimately the stats spoke to that. I don't think that this was a disaster. I think it'd be strong to call it a disaster. The fight was not great up front. The fight was not great in the middle, but it was very good. Not amazing, but definitely very good down the stretch. I think we can all agree with that.
Jr. has continued to push for a rematch following his contentious majority draw with Gervonta Tank Davis on March 1st. However, Davis has indicated that an immediate rematch is not part of his current plans. The fight ended with one judge scoring at 115-113 for Davis, while the other two judges had it even at 114-114. A major point of controversy came in the 9th round when Davis took a knee after a jab from Roach. Referee Steve Willis chose not to rule it a knockdown, a decision that has sparked widespread debate. Roach's team appealed the result, specifically the handling of the 9th round incident, but the New York State Athletic Commission upheld the original decision, citing that fighters must adhere to the referee's in-ring rulings. While Davis acknowledged Roach's strong performance, he made it clear that a rematch is not his immediate priority. He hinted at other plans, stating, "You'll see in a minute who my next opponent is." This has fueled speculation about potential matchups, though no official announcements have been made. Roach, disappointed by the commission's decision, remains determined to secure a rematch. He believes there is unfinished business and continues to campaign for another fight to settle the controversy. As both fighters chart their next moves, the boxing world remains focused on whether a rematch will materialize or if Davis will choose a different path forward.
I'm not sure, bro. I'm definitely not sure, but hopefully we could get it before. Nah, it probably won't be this year.
Is that the one you want next?
It's definitely the one I want next, but it's not gonna be next.
What is?
You might see it in a minute.
Controversy surrounding the Gervonta Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach fight has intensified as the New York State Athletic Commission, NYSAC, has officially launched a review of the bout's outcome. According to Boxing Kingdom, technical difficulties initially delayed an immediate assessment of the pivotal 9th round incident in which Davis took a knee. Many argue that the moment should have been ruled a knockdown in Roach's favor, a call that could have potentially changed the final result of...
Even without the knee, that should have been a knockdown. I thought I should have won a competitive fight. I think I did what I needed to do necessary to bank the rounds. I'm just a little frustrated with the scorecards.
The boxing community and fans reacted strongly to the outcome of the Davis versus Roach fight, with many believing Lamont Roach deserved the win. A major point of contention was the referee's decision not to rule the 9th round knee by Davis as a knockdown, a call many felt impacted the final result. Social media buzzed with debate, with hashtags like Zach's Roach Robbed trending across platforms. Prominent boxing figures also weighed in. Floyd Mayweather remarked, "Tank still got it, but that 9th round was a mess. Roach gave him a real fight. A rematch makes sense." Shakur Stevenson added, "Lamont outworked Davis, no question. That draw stinks of favoritism. The outcry has fueled a growing demand for a rematch." Roach expressed his frustration, saying, "I definitely thought I won this fight. I went toe-to-toe with one of the best and proved I belong at 135. They can boo all they want, but I'm not satisfied with a draw. I want that rematch." Davis, acknowledging the controversy, appeared open to the idea, stating, "Lamont's a great fighter, but I felt I did enough. The grease in my eye threw me off, but I'll be back strong."
I mean, he didn't fall down on himself. The wind didn't push him and made him fall on his knees. I had to boom hit him with that right hook, hit him with that left hook, and made him fall, hit him with that body shot, pow. I don't know, but that wasn't an official knockdown. Me, I feel like that should have been an official knockdown, but hey, I'm not a professional ref. I don't even know the rules for real. I just know, boom, don't hit nobody in the back of the head. Don't hit nobody to keep your hands up at all times. And no low blow shots. That's all I know. But y'all, is y'all going to anticipate they need to have a rematch? Should they have a rematch, yes or no? Y'all let me know. Should they have a rematch, yes or no? Do y'all actually even want to see the rematch, yes or no? Because me, I want to see the rematch. I need to see a rematch because, bro, this was too good of a fight for it to be a draw. Like, they should have, that same night, all right, it's a draw. We're going for 3 more rounds. 3 rounds, 1-minute rounds. Boom, we got to settle this. And whoever wins...
Gervonta Tank Davis has announced his decision to step away from boxing, citing a need to prioritize his mental health and personal growth. The undefeated WBA lightweight champion revealed that while the sport has shaped his identity, it has also fostered an aggressive mindset, one he no longer wants to carry, especially for the sake of his 2 daughters. I want to do therapy. I want everything out of me to the point where I never think about fighting again, Davis said in a candid statement. His words reflect a desire for transformation, a move away from the warrior mentality that has defined his career. Rather than continuing to chase titles, the 29-year-old powerhouse is choosing a different kind of battle, one for inner peace and emotional well-being. Davis's decision marks a major shift, not just in his career, but in how he wants to live and lead. By embracing therapy and stepping back from the ring, he hopes to reinvent himself, not only as a father, but as a man setting an example that true strength comes from personal growth.
That's why I don't want to box no more. I want to do therapy, right? But I feel as though if I do therapy, it will lose the fire that I have inside me. I want everything out of me where so I don't never think about fighting again. I don't think about even getting angry, you know what I mean? Because I have 2 girls, 2 daughters. I'm wanting to be much softer, you know what I mean, be more humble and things like that.
Majority draw between Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach Jr. has stirred significant controversy, particularly due to a pivotal moment in the 9th round. During that round, Davis voluntarily took a knee, citing eye discomfort caused by hair grease. However, referee Steve Willis chose not to rule it a knockdown. This decision has been widely disputed, as a knockdown ruling would have likely resulted in a 10-8 round in Roach's favor, potentially changing the outcome of the fight. The New York State Athletic Commission is now reviewing the incident, acknowledging that technical issues prevented an immediate in-fight assessment. The commission's investigation adds another layer of scrutiny to an already heated debate, with questions also being raised about the WBA's role in the fight's contention.
I must ain't do it enough.
Can you describe what the feeling was like in the ring? And was it to get the towel out, to get the burn out of your eyes, or what was going on? And
I didn't want to get caught. I didn't want to get caught while my eyes was burning, and you know, like you can get knocked out like that. So I'd rather take the knee than, you know. But I didn't really know that you can like get disqualified for all that, or like when you start counting, I'm like, what the hell? But I don't know. It's cool.
Mike Tyson has voiced his admiration for Gervonta Davis's talent, stating that with continued dedication and smart decision-making, Davis has the potential to reach legendary status. While Tyson praised Davis's natural ability in the ring, he also stressed the importance of making wise choices both inside and outside of it. This mentorship-like advice reflects Tyson's recognition of Davis's immense potential, as well as the pitfalls that could derail his rise if not carefully
I don't really be trying. I like to hit the face.
What was Mike Tyson?
He was a brawler.
Brawl means more than one person. So he knocked people out real quick. You knock people out real quick.
Yeah, but I can knock you out like...
So you saying that you can knock him out faster than Mike Tyson, probably, if it was a challenge?
Mike Tyson got power and skills. I feel as though like I have like...
George Kambosos Jr. did not hold back in his critique of Gervonta Davis following Davis's controversial draw against Lamont Roach Jr. Kambosos praised Roach for his exceptional eye performance, highlighting his skill and resilience in the ring. He was particularly impressed by Roach's ability to challenge Davis, a feat not many have achieved. Reflecting on the bout, Kambosos questioned Davis's ability to compete against top-tier fighters. The fight itself was marred by controversy, especially in the 9th round when Davis took a knee but was not credited with a knockdown. This incident sparked widespread debate, with many in the boxing community feeling that Roach...
Make of that fight on the weekend, what'd you make of the controversy in that one?
Look, I had just finished my recovery session, so I was pretty docile and relaxed, and then the fight, especially at the start of it, wasn't too thrilling and too action-packed, so I was starting to doze off a little bit, but I woke up a little bit more when obviously Lamont started giving him some work, and he looked good, man. I got to give respect to Lamont Roach. He proved a lot of guys wrong. I think he shocked Tank a lot with what he was able to bring. And again, we saw the controversy with the knee. To me, that's a knockdown. You can't just take a knee and decide to, go to your corner and get your face wiped. So, if that's a 10-8 round, Lamont wins the fight. So it's unfortunate, but that's the fight game. Hopefully they'll do it again and he gets paid, what he's worth.
Have you ever seen anything like that in boxing before? A guy sort of just voluntarily...
We've seen Floyd take a knee and be put on the count. We've seen Miguel Cotto, take a knee, obviously into his corner, be put on the count.